This is Vinyl Riffs with Sean Gaillard. This is a new podcast, which is a space for music, stories, and grooves. And I am so glad that you are here to join me on this journey with Vinyl Riffs. I do want to explain a few things as we get into this inaugural episode and share a little bit about the why and background of this new series. You know, there are various seasons that we go through, and I want to kind of start by sharing why this space needed to exist for me. I've been waiting for that tap on the shoulder. I've been waiting for that phone call. I've been waiting for that band to invite me, and none of those things have happened. So I decided that it's important to not wait, not delay any dreams or ideas or visions. So hence this series. And I hope that we can engage in the whole notion of why music is a companion. Music is a place for listening. And that there are albums that sometimes sit beside us, and sometimes listening to something on vinyl slows us down and demands us to reflect and to listen. And when words sometimes stop working for me, music still did. And I want to kind of use one particular album as an example for the ethos of Vinyl Riffs. This is an album that has continued to come back to me in various ways, shapes, and forms over the years. And it kind of reminds me of what beginnings look like this one, this particular inaugural episode. And I feel like this album is the perfect space for episode one. On occasion, I have put on the turntable this album, Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska. This is an album that is going through a bit of a renaissance within the last several months. Some of you may be familiar with either the recent film adaptation of the book Deliver Me From Nowhere, which is about the book and the film. They're both about the making of this album, Nebraska, by Springsteen. And this is an album that when you first listen to it, especially if you put it within the canon of Springsteen and the E Street Band and things like Born to Run or Greetings from Asbury Park, this is an album that takes a very abrupt left turn. In essence, this album was recorded in a bedroom by Springsteen with just a guitar, harmonica, and a microphone. And it was originally, at least the vision was, this was going to be the follow-up album to the epic hit that was The River, which spawned that great top 10 hit, Hungry Heart. Springsteen got a lot of success from that. And this album is stark. It's essentially a series of demos that Springsteen recorded for the E Street Band, and he decided along the way that what he was doing wasn't working with the E Street Band, and the sound that he captured in that bedroom in that rented house in New Jersey, this was going to be the album. And if you look at the cover, it's stark, it's bold, it's simple, very much like the songs on the album. And I feel like this particular album sets in with Vinyl Riffs, where there are stories and grooves and connections that we all have in the divine language that is music. And I feel like this album has been an inspiration for me in starting this podcast. Springsteen took a bold step, right, in saying this was the album. The record company needed hits. The record company needed revenue. Springsteen needed some revenue to pay off various debts and such. But he stayed true to his vision. He stayed true to the words. He stayed true to the music. And all of that is beautifully captured in the film Deliver Me From Nowhere and the book as well, which I highly recommend both. And I highly recommend a listening of this album. If you're looking for something that connects with the soul, if you're looking for an album that is honest, that is real, that is sincere, that is pure, this is the album for you. Springsteen just released a sprawling box set, commemorative edition of Nebraska, where the album is remastered. The holy grail of Bruce Springsteen recordings that have been unreleased, Electric Nebraska, which are some of the songs recorded with the E Street Band, that's been released. And then there is there's some kind of outtakes and early versions of songs that will appear later on the Born in the USA album. And then there is a new live performance of the album by Springsteen at the Count Basie Theater. And again, all of those things highly recommend. And again, just kind of a great reminder of why music matters and why music connects us and speaks to us. So Vinyl Riffs is all about the music that we listen to and that connects us. It's about the grooves that move us. And on occasion, the stories that we can share. And there will be occasional conversations. Sometimes it will be me speaking to you as I am in this episode, inviting you into the conversation. And we'll have some guests along the way. This is not a show about rankings or hot takes or what is hip. It's an invitation to you, dear listener, so that you are having a space to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel connected. And if any of this feels familiar, then this space is for you. I'm building the space that I need, and I'm so glad that you're in it. So join me on this journey with Vinyl Riffs. I look forward to our conversation and the learning and the growth that we will have along the way. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to share your music, your grooves, and your stories. They matter more than you know. This is Sean Gaillard with Vinyl Riffs. Thanks for listening.